But let's talk about what happened, because there's a lot of conspiracy theories going on, isn't there? A lot of conspiracy theories. What happened? What happened? What happened to Charlie? The thing is that they needed a distraction, and they needed a hero and a martyr, because keep in mind, they are trying to, everyone who's not MAGA and who's not red is an enemy. And they needed, the morale was falling over the Epstein. People were turning over the Epstein, the love of the cult, to come back in. Like literally, they needed the love to come back in. And they're running out of time. And if he found out anything, if he knew anything, if he turns, if any of these people turn, it's a liability. And too many liabilities and too much shit that he knew. I believe that one time he even spoke about how much he knew. And I promise I'm gonna get to the vision in a second. But I know this is orchestrated. I know this is orchestrated with darker meaning. This was this was a sacrifice. This was a sacrifice. And they needed the wife and the 2 kids for the picture, the lost husband, because he's playing everybody for a fool. Then the vision came in clear. There was a conversation yesterday, and it was really particular about how they were going to swing this and who they were going to take out. There was a list. It was like a piece of paper. And it was a list, and they were discussing different people and the impact it would make. And it couldn't be someone that they would need in the future. They started to see us uniting over this Epstein. They started seeing us uniting. Secrets are coming out, papers are coming out. Keep in mind, the birthday book just came out. The birthday book just came out. Okay? All these influencers are going to be talking about it. They took him out. That was not the right move. But they needed a martyr, because the Epstein files would come out. We were starting to unite, baby. We're starting to come together on the same page that these things needed to be released. They needed a diversion. They needed someone to be a hero, and they needed to make the divide, and they needed to hit hard and fast. Yesterday. And you understand that yesterday was a setup. I need you to understand that whoever they tell you it is, whatever they tell you, do not believe that shit. Do not believe that shit. This man that running the country and all the people behind it, this shit goes so fucking deep, man. This is all to control the narrative. This is all to control the narrative. They're going to give this man a medal, and it hasn't even been 24 hours. So I will say this. I downloaded the video, and I downloaded it and put it in my album, and then I took my finger and I did slow motion, just millisecond by millisecond. And there's a guy in a white shirt, hat, sunglasses, and he most definitely gives a signal. Okay? He most definitely gives a signal. I think he does something like this, and then like this. The guy to his left in the black shirt, right around the same time, looks at his watch. This guy gives that signal, and then this guy gives a different signal, right? And if you notice, they both lean. Not a lot. It's a slight lean. And then he gets shot, and the guy in the black shirt, his reaction is immediate. The guy in the white shirt is a half a second behind you. It's a delayed reaction. If you watch it, it's a delayed reaction. I know it's a setup. I know it's all connected. I know this is all confirmation. And I'm just sitting here thinking about it, connecting it all, because then this message comes through, which says basically a bad leader is forced to step down and pay for his consequences. And I know they ain't putting out no real shit. But the shit with Kirk, there's so many different angles, and it is very fucking clear that it's set up. Now, granted, there might not have been security at the school, but they would have had that picture up immediately, and they would have not have been arresting old men. They would have had that picture up immediately, and they would have not have been arresting old men. And as we were discussing, as I'm understanding him, he was having an awakening. He was having an awakening, and he was seeing and feeling things differently. His soul was waking up in a different way as these messages to change his direction were coming. But the temptation of money and to provide for his family and to keep doing this train where he's famous, he was in it. He had contracts. He had things he felt like he could not walk away from. But he was this close. He was this close. But unfortunately, all the warnings were missed, ignored, and he walked right into this fate. The fate of the free will of other people. The fate of being a target for standing in your convictions. Because keep in mind, he had been very vocal about he had become more vocal about the release of not backing. Hidden. And he was turning like the Wheel of Fortune. It was just too late. It was just too late. This is someone who had a lot of inner knowledge, had seen a lot, had experienced a lot, had a lot of evidence on recordings, tapes, audios, video footage on his phone from his time. There was a lot of things that were piecing together that he had seen, that he's seen come out now and realized, oh shit, I might have evidence. But he said he had a meeting with somebody. He said he met with people prior to this happening, and they were discussing how they were going to turn this around on their platforms without being targets, because they knew they would have a target on them and how dangerous it was. How they were going to turn around their platforms because they could see that Donald was involved in